Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them today at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
Somebody else. We're in the middle of a pre-meeting discussion, and Kimberly's throwing me a curve. For those of you that don't know, Kimberly PITTS joining us from Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Kimberly, how are you this morning?
I'm doing fantastic, Dennis. Thank you.
She actually is cooler than she looks because I know it's a little chilly outside this morning. Tell us where you are. What's going on? What is PITTS Barbecue?
I am a stationary barbecue food truck. I'm sitting outside of it right now, even though it's chilly. It is my favorite place to be. So this is where I wanted to talk to you today. Currently, we are located at the one-of-a-kind antiques, uniques, and obsoletes, which you can see the sign is gone. The picture you have up, they took the sign down. As everyone knows, it has a new owner. It has been purchased. Sandy and Keith, who have been the owners and proprietors for many, many years, they're retiring, and good for them. Yeah. And the new owners have some really exciting plans. I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic to be a part of it. Of course, Melinda's is coming in. That was the big news at the fundraiser we just did recently. So they're going to have the entire front, along the front. I don't think a lot of people understand and appreciate just how large this building and this space is.
It's huge. It's huge. You used to be a cabinet shop or whatever?
Correct. And that was Keith, the counterpart to Sandy. Sandy did the flea market antique place, and then her husband Keith did the cabinet design and actual assembly here. The whole back part was a humongous work area for him, and all of his equipment has been removed. It is going to lend to some new boutique type things going in. There still will be some booths and some of the same stuff that they've had in the past, but a lot of new, just grandiose ideas. I think it's going to be outstanding.
It looks like it's going to be awesome. Now, so I need a 5-mile high view because I know a lot of people watching and listening are going to know a little bit of what's going on, but a lot won't have any clue. So you have a portable yet stationary food truck located out on Gazy Pope, which is basically the road to the right before you get to Walmart.
Correct.
Right? And about a half mile down, a mile down the road, something like that.
It is, yes.
And a wonderful location. And apparently you're going to have some roommates or something. But who knows about that? No, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
Not yet. That's a big deal.
What I think a lot of people don't understand, we did a show not too long ago about It Takes a Village, the fundraiser for the Plaza Fire.
Yes.
And let me get this straight. So Melinda's sells food and you sell food.
We do.
technically make you competitors, but you're busting your hump the other night to help these people raise money because they had a fire.
They did. And, you know, I know it can be confusing, but the long and short of it is I'm very new to this area. I moved here about 3 years ago. Decided, hey, I'm going to, you know, do my food truck here instead of it being just catering, which was what I did in Memphis.
Right.
And I struggled. I struggled to get my name out there. I struggled to figure out how to get my name out there. And when I'm on my way to my food truck, I stop by Melinda's. I get my coffee. I get my pecan roll. Everybody got to try the pecan roll.
A girl's got to eat. A girl's got to eat, right?
A girl's got to eat. And so I watched her business. I was impressed and, you know, curious as to how in the world, you know, they could be so successful in this community when I was struggling so hard. So I did what people do. I reached out to her, and lo and behold, Alana Owen says, yeah, come sit down with me. Let's talk. Well, what happens with food people is you find out that your passions align, seriously align, because, you know, this industry it's tough. It's hard. It's not for the faint of heart. And, you know, there's criticism, there's perfection, and, you know, all these pressures that are, you know, put upon us, not to mention the one we put upon ourselves, because this is what we love. So we're harder on ourselves than anybody else could be. And, you know, it was helpful, but we just aligned and started a friendship. And it has grown over the past 2.5 years to something. I mean, our families spend Christmas together, right? So
Really?
this is, of course, we're competitors, but, you know, in the world of food, which is something like nothing else, yeah, you compete, but it's a friendly competition. We all really do just love the food. And we love each other. I mean, we're family. We've become family. So of course, you know, I want to help them. And, you know, there's confusion. Yeah, okay, they're going into the place where I've been for several years. So we'll clear it up a little bit. When the fire happened, Keith and Sandy, who the original owners, not the new owners, they said, hey, they called me up and said, hey, you know, I know Melinda's is probably looking for a spot. And I said, yeah, they are. And they said, well, what about if we were to make some changes here, they could come in here. And I was like, I'll call and tell them. So I reached out to Alana and Daniel. And at the time they were like, wow, that's crazy, you know, but they were looking at so many other things. As you know, when these things happen, it's like everything is at warp speed, but it's also way slowed down too. So it's like this confusing time. They had never had an opportunity to come over here. They were exploring a lot of other places that they had. And then the new owners come in, they buy it. And so fast forward, the new owners reach out directly to them. And Alana and Daniel had, you know, some interest in what they were saying, the new concept, all this. Next thing you know, it's, you know, getting finalized and a done deal. And then, you know, in the midst of all that, a lot of uncertainty about what was going to happen to me. A lot. I was anxious. I was nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. You know, we knew that they wanted Melinda's, the new owners. That was it. That was their vision. It was their concept. It was coffee in this huge, cool thing, not necessarily barbecue.
But let me make note, as from a real estate guy and from a landowner position, they had every right to say, okay, we have a new tenant and they don't want to non-compete. They don't want anybody outside doing the same thing they do.
Absolutely.
It's like having a shop that sells beads. You don't want somebody in the front parking lot selling beads.
You don't. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So that's where we were. And, you know, the thing is Alana and Daniel and I, we had open communication throughout this entire process. Now, this started, you know, January 13th was the fire. Within about a week of that, you know, I had talked to them about what One of a Kind had offered. And, so this was really early on, and it took
Yeah.
several weeks before all of this actually came together. And then, 3 or 4 days before the actual event gala on February 26th is when they knew they were, coming in and going to happen. So you're talking about a month and a couple of weeks. But we talked daily about this. We had hard discussions. She was like, oh gosh, I don't feel comfortable with this. And I was like, I want you to, find your spot. And, so it was a lot of this, and there were tears and there were smiles and there were hugs, but through it all, there was always respect. And overall, even in, their anxiety, my anxiety, we all just want the best for each other. And isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Every day.
Somehow we figured it out, So I'll tell you,
it's I'm sorry, I was going to say it's easier when friendship prevails. If you're friends first and business partners later, you can work something out. If you're business partners and you kind of want to be friendly,
sometimes that doesn't work. You're right. We got lucky, and maybe it was God's plan.
Yeah.
So fast forward, and 2 weeks ago, I met with the owners myself, the new owners, myself for the first time. And they actually came to the food truck. I was open on a Saturday, and they came. They, enjoyed a little bit of my food. They talked to some of my customers. They walked around, saw how I operated. And then after I closed, the young man, he came and he sat down, and we sat down and we had a discussion. Lo and behold, he just comes right out and tells me, it was our intention, to just have to tell you got to go. We see it just didn't fit their vision. So he was going to boot me, gone. But he's looking at me and he's telling me this, and I'm kind of nodding my head. And then he says, listen, he goes, I'm going to tell you the strangest thing. I tell them, we're going to have to, get rid of her. And I was like, okay. And he says, but Alana and Daniel are like, no, we don't want her going anywhere. What are you talking about? We don't want her to go anywhere. And so he just looks at me and he goes, we were still kind of like, okay, this is the strangest conversation we've ever had, but we wanted to give you a shot. And then Sandy and Keith, the original owners, had also talked to him and said, look, she's got a big following. You don't really want to, maybe there's a way to work it out. Well, long and short, we worked it out. I am thrilled about what he is offering, the idea that him and his wife have for where I'm going to be on the other side, not where I am now, but on the other side at the new location entrance to the big store. I don't think I could have envisioned plans for me to be better. I really think it worked out even better than I could have imagined. So I'm thrilled. The Owens are thrilled. The new owners are thrilled. And I'm just excited is what I am. I'm excited.
I couldn't tell. I wish you would let your face know, Kimberly. Let your face know.
Yeah. I got my surprise coming for you now.
Okay, well, hang on. Let me tell you one story, and then we'll go to surprise, okay?
Yeah, tell me a story.
Good friend of mine, Tom Harris. And Tom would always smack his gum. Who, what? Oh, no. Oh, no. We're having Owens invasion. Hey, guys, how are y'all?
All right.
Good, how are you?
Doing wonderful. I wanted to tell you the story. This applies to you all.
Okay.
I'm working with the guys at Storer Cable, which became Comcast in Little Rock. Tom Harris was the vice president there. He was a sweetheart, wonderful guy. I see him one day. I said, how's it going, Tom? He said, they fired me. I said, what? I said, you were the vice president of Little Rock operations. They fired you. He said, they're changing. They're going to corporate merger. They're going all these other directions. He said, it's insane. I hate it. My wife and I went home, prayed, and had a good laugh, and we're the happiest we've been. And I'm like, if your job has a gun to your head, then you probably, yeah. I said, what are you doing now, Tom? He said, I've got this guy that takes a little hammer from the inside of a fender and he knocks out dings. And I think we're going to start a company called Dent Doctor.
Oh, Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, look what that turned into.
Exactly. The day he was fired, he didn't know why he was so happy, but then he figured it out later, right?
Yeah.
So I'm tying that into your entrance. You could never have had that great an entrance. I mean,
No.
to move you around to the other side, and I know it's cold there, people. I didn't want to freeze you out. Alana, Daniel, it's so great seeing you. So
it's so good to see you too.
So let me get this straight. So you like these people? Is that what I'm hearing?
I love these people. Yes.
Alana, what do you have?
Finish up. We gotta head to town.
Thank you.
Whoa, Alana, what do you have in your hand? What's that?
Our new key.
Yay! It's officially.
It is official.
Go on your way out.
We'll see you guys later.
Great. Good seeing you, kids. Hey, we're coming back around for you soon, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Kimberly, in the few minutes we've got here, I had technical difficulties and we had to get some stuff tied up, but in the few minutes we've got back here, tell me about the food, because that's kind of the star of the program, right?
It is, yeah. So it started as a hobby. I actually had a real job in the construction world back in Memphis. And 7 years ago, my husband calls me up. He's out of town. My husband's an over-the-road truck driver. So he calls me up from out of town and he goes, hey, I sent you some money. Go to this address. I got something I need you to go pick up for me. And it was a horse trailer. So what happened is he said, look, we're doing good. It's time for you to put your dream, quit making barbecue a hobby. We're tired of eating it every weekend. Just go sell it to people who are going to love it as much as we do. And so I retrofitted this horse trailer to do exactly what I needed it to do. And then, of course, we have a big, I'm going to show you back over my shoulder. That's my big smoke pit over there.
Oh, wow.
So it is where the magic happens. But, I do Memphis style. I'm a Memphis girl. Pork is king. I do pulled pork every day, all kinds of variations with it. Barbecue salad, barbecue spaghetti, of course, pulled pork sandwiches. We're doing brisket now on Saturdays. I'm not a big brisket fan. I've learned to do it. I had to, because we all know Hot Springs Village has a lot of Texans, and boy, do they like their beef. And I got told really quickly, you don't do beef? And I'm like, no. You don't do brisket? No. So brisket is every Saturday now. We do the half smoked chickens. We have sausages. And then I have veggies. So my veggies are all Southern style. I don't have any salt or pepper on the tables or any packets that I give out. I've already handled that for you. I'm the chef. I'm going to make it taste the way it's supposed to.
I'll be doing the cooking today.
That's right. You're paying me to do it, and I'm going to season it properly. So there's lots of barbecue sauces. I have 3 that I have when I'm open. Right now I'm on winter hours, so Saturday only. But when I'm open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 o'clock till sold out.
Right.
We're going to plan on being open till 5 every day as much as possible. And I've got 3 sauces that are very unique. One's a blueberry habanero. That's my spicy one. It's good.
Really?
I've got a Memphis style, which is a tomato base. And then I have a peach and bacon. It's a little bit different, but it's sweet on the sweet side, but you can taste the bacon, and boy, does it go with the pork right.
Oh, my Lord. You're making me hungry just talking about this,
you got to come, Dennis.
I do, and I just had breakfast. We got to come by.
And what an opportunity this is going to be. We got Melinda's for breakfast, me for lunch, Melinda's for lunch. Our food could not be more polar opposite. So it's going to be something for everyone. If you've got a husband and wife, the wife wants, a soup and a nice sandwich, and you got a husband who wants a half rack of ribs. Listen, you can't do better than that.
Well, now hang on. Here's what I hear. I hear, honey, what do you want? And the answer is anything except the last 6 things you mentioned.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's exactly right.
So to have a diversity there, and now is this still going to have? Are we still going to have like the vintage market aspect to it, or is it all just? How does that work?
It will. So inside currently, they are just clearing it out. Where all of Mr. Keith's equipment was, you have 3,000 square feet in the front, which will be Melinda's Cafe. You have another little 1,200 to 2,000 square foot area in the middle that is going to be a boutique. I'm going to let the new owners tell you about that. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait for the excitement that's going to be surrounding that area. And then they will have the smaller booths where your local vendors, it's more like a flea market in the middle. And they're making room for a banquet hall and a meeting place in the very back of the building, which is going to be fantastic. Yeah. But there's 2 exciting boutiques that are going in, and the grand opening is going to be scheduled for sometime mid-May is what they're shooting for. They've got a lot of work to do inside.
Okay, but and I got this now because I'm seeing the scope of it. Okay.
Yes.
And this is my former critique. Okay. We would go to the boutiques, and I was like, or the little shops, and I was like, well, this is interesting, but they need more people. They need more flow.
Yes.
And when I would come to your food truck, I'm like, this is fantastic food. Why aren't there more people here? It's a symbiotic relationship where as soon as you get more people in, you have more viewers. As soon as you have more viewers, you have more eaters, then you have more browsers. Then you have a banquet and people go, well, I didn't know this was here.
Exactly. It is going to all just pile on top of each other. And it is, like you said, going to be symbiotic, and it's going to be seamless because these new owners, their vision and their expertise. This parking lot has needed some work for a long time. I mean, I get the front row seat at the food truck, watching the cars, just slide in the gravel trying to back up. It's terrible. And when it rains, there's water standing. So these folks are coming in here. They are building everything up. They're going to have it smooth. They're getting rid of all of the brush and shrubbery around it. They're taking out some of the trees so that when you come down Glazy Po, you're not just going to drive by. It's going to catch your eye. There's going to be signage, all kinds of event planning that they have going on. Their vision is incredible. It's just going to make this place the new place to come.
It really is. And I tell you what, if I can real quick, and I'm doing one little thing here before, and we've got to run here a second.
Yeah.
One little thing I'm doing, I'm pulling up the map, and I'm trying to get my map to work the way I want it to do, and it's not doing it for me. What most people don't understand is where Glazy Po is and what that does. So basically, if anybody that, well, and we have put this off so long, this has been just painfully long, but the new bypass is going to change everything, and everybody knows that. Let me slip back here just for a second here and share screen again. So all of you that thought I was ignoring Kimberly, I'm not. I was doing work over here real quick. Here's the Walmart, as we see. Okay. And then, and it had one of a kind on here just a minute ago, but basically Glazy Po runs, there it is, one of a kind right there. So basically Glazy Po runs back this way.
It does.
Sorry, let me do that there. And basically comes in right over here at the eastern gate of the village.
It does.
So if you, very soon, it would be really easy to swing by, get a barbecue, come home, go to any of the southern or even south central part of the village, really easy. Coming back from town.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who use that Glazy Po gate to go to Walmart from the east side. It actually cuts off a good portion of time to go to Walmart instead of having, that's a whole corner going all the way out the west gate. So if all you're doing is going to Walmart, it is the way to go from the east gate or the middle even of the village. Yeah,
actually, I'll be at Coronado or Coronado Golf Course or Balboa, and I need to run get something for Walmart. I'm not going to drive all the way up north and then come back down. I just come out the gate, and I'm going to wave when I come by. Okay, I'll stop and get a sandwich. How about that?
Yeah, and that's something else is you can text me. You can do the same thing with Melinda's. Both of us have our, ability to receive text messages and have your orders available. We're going to have it all. car hop. You can just, run up and we'll bring it to your car. We've done that on, the weather days that are ugly.
Yeah.
Phone in ahead of time, send me your order ahead of time. Both of us do that. I mean, we're really making this just as easy as possible for you to come enjoy both of our food. But the best part is, and what I've been so happy about for the past 2.5 years, is you come up, you place your order, you go in and shop. And when you come back out, it's ready. How great is that? It's amazing. So I just am excited. I mean, like you said, you can't tell, right?
No, I can't tell. It's every husband's dream that he doesn't have to see. He gets to, and every wife's dream. I get to go shop in the meanwhile.
That's exactly right. We get a lot of that.
Kimberly, next time, and we've got to end for now, but next time when we come back around, show some enthusiasm, would you?
I'm going to try.
I think you're on laudanum or something. We got to get you pumped up.
That's right. That's right. We do, for sure.
Kimberly,
we're going to get back on here sometime around the grand opening. I do want to let everybody know I'm going to be on Saturday only for a couple more weeks until they get me moved around the side of the building.
Right.
And then spring's here, baby. I'll be open Tuesday through Saturday. So
day before yesterday, we went to, I know this will be a few weeks before we air, but day before yesterday, we went to daylight savings time.
That's right.
So we're all a little groggy, but we're going to enjoy the late evening sun.
That is exactly right.
Kimberly, it's a pleasure. For Hot Springs Village Inside Out, I'm Dennis Simpson. She's Kimberly Pitts with Pitts BBQ. We will.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.